Right, I'm just doing the oil ring. Now, when I feel in there with my thumb, I can feel the rust, the pimples. So, I'm taking a box cutter blade and I'm using the back. Well, actually, I'm just using bits of the blade here and there as required. And carefully scrape around, and I'm trying to see if I can get the shininess, because it's quite black. Now I've done a little bit of this. Now I feel it's rough. Right, now here's where we come. This is where it's not very clean. I can feel it. Now it'll be a mixture of carbon and rust. Now, yeah, I've tried again. Plus 30 rings I just cannot get. So I'll just run these. They might burn a bit of oil, but I'll run the crank in. Oh, I've got my crank back. Yeah, there's a lump. Right, I'm going to go to the sharper. Now I can actually see like the spun lines there. Dark. And then you can scrape, and then you can see the shine break out. You don't really need to be scraping anything off apart from the carbon. Now they gap quite well. I've cleaned the others off. They've gapped quite well. In fact, the compression rings are a bit tight, so I'm going to have to open them up a touch. Right, here we are, nearly all the way done. Right, that's that bit. I've given them a bit of a sand, but right, that's that. And then with a little bit of, it's about, I don't know, 1200 grit this I think, and I've used it on all the rest of the rings, so it's pretty blunt now. And finish it off. Look, I've just noticed my big black thumbnail. I'll cut it when I've put my tools away. I'm bound to get a odd comment, cut your bloody nails. It's quite amusing really. I've had a beer, so that's why I'm waffling. Right, I'll probably cut that bit out. Right. Right. Same thing with the top. I can feel any little imperfections. It's not too bad actually. I'm going to use the back and lightly scrub it. I've actually edited this because I've done this. Right. It's about, what is it? It's actually 120 grit. Bit of maintenance spray. Take the ring. Now I've just got it on a notepad here, and then when I find it, I found the ideal thing was a coaster. It's got a cork back, just so I can hold it flat. Seeing that I'm in the front room. Huh. And literally just until I can feel, now I can see there's a slight dark patch around the middle, it lipped on the edge, so I'll take a chance at that. And yeah, on the oil ring we've got the oil gaps, and again I'm just going to use the blade and just carefully scrape them. If you look through the light, like the light from the other side, you can see rust, but you can certainly feel it when you scrape along. Yeah, that one. And I'm rubbing the sharp corner on the top and the bottom. Turn it over, go both ways. And last but not least, no. That's the oil ring. and do the same with the top compression ring. See, bit of rust. I haven't touched this one yet. That side's quite good. That's as it come out. That side rusted. So we'll give it a rub, see what happens. Clean up a touch. Try and keep the pressure equal everywhere. You could do it on a piece of glass. I'm just doing it on this A4 pad. And this coaster makes a treat. It does now, it grips it alright. Better. Still see a bit round there. Now I'm just putting my weight on the front. That'll do me. Right, so I've cleaned them all up now. Now I'll gap them. Right, these are the pistons I'm going to use. The original pistons, when I bought the bike, it had these on, and then because I'd bought the 10-to-1 barrels, when I rebuilt this, I just put them on and took these off. And the bores are quite nice. A few marks down the piston here. So I'm just going to go over them with the same. We'll go over 120 grit. And just take the sharps off. Take the sharps off. The rest looks reasonable. A few scores down there as well. This is the important bit, the thrust face, the back and front. The sides don't really matter. In fact, I could sand these down a bit. A couple of thou gives a bit more clearance, save it rubbing, a bit less friction. So, yeah, Just the other side, each side of the gudgeon pin, about 1/4 of an inch. That's the only bit you need here. And the amount I'm sanding off, it wouldn't make a difference in the balancing. Not a difference that would matter the way I'm going to ride it. And the way I ride it is right as it meant to be ridden. Not quite like I've nicked it. But a bit corrosion here. Now I did have a little bit of damage on one of the grooves. That one. Yeah. You see, little diddly dot here. But it had actually dented this top land, and it prevented the ring dropping in the groove. So what I did, took a small, let's call it a piston ring file, and the high spot on the top land, I carefully took it off. And then while I was at it, I cleaned the piston ring grooves out. Literally just want the carbon out. Don't want any metal taken off. Doesn't matter what you use as long as you're careful. Make sure it's off the top bottom surface. But especially the corners. If you leave it in and you're fitting new rings, it can actually hold the ring out of the groove, and it's tighter on the bores. So basically, by cleaning the carbon out, you're allowing the ring to go into the piston as far as it can. And that's where your measurements are taken. I'll blow all these out, arrows. When I go in the shed. Could actually run a little drill through there. Right, so them are the pistons I'm going to use, and I'll give these a bit of a shine up as well. I'll do that with a wire brush. Right, these are the barrels I'm going to be using. I'm going to have to put new tapper blocks in them. I've got a set of tapper blocks to go in, so I'll be doing that. But right now, I mean, the bores, they're very nice. The one glaze busting. They feel nice. There's no scars. There's a bit of mark down there. And I can still see a little bit down here. Glaze bust. That's what's going to happen with that. So right, these are the barrels I'm going to be using. This is the front. Number 1. Right. Here's one of the rings I've just cleaned up. So it's the oil ring. Poke it down about half an inch and then use a piston. Shove it down up to about the gudgeon pin height. Well, you can see it. That makes, when you put the piston down, it makes sure it's square in the bore. 10 thou. It's got a 10 thou gap. Now that's in tolerance. So that's good. Pull that one out. Same thing, this is a compression ring. Down to about gudgeon pin height. Let's see the gap. Doesn't look like it. Again, it's a nice 10 thou. And last but not least, gudgeon pin height. Oh, I'll turn it around and try and get it in the light, which I should have done on the others. Now that one's tight, that one. That's more than 10. Or less than 10, I should say. Oh, hey, no. Hush my mouth. 10 thou again. So that's it's all in tolerance. So I've measured them for number 1, they'll go in number 1. And I'm going to do the same. Well, that's a bigger gap, that. Not quite. No, it is. That was 23. Oh, bloody hell. No, I know. It's getting littler. Still going to be big, whatever it is. My eyes deceive me. It's supposed to be that. That's the maximum. Well, it's absolutely just in tolerance. If it is. God, that looked a lot bigger than that. Bet you couldn't even see it. Yeah, alright, nice one. 12 thou. Oh, that's good. That oil ring is alright. Pot luck with the rings. So that's about 10. Yeah, 10 thou. Well, I'd say that one looks dead close. Mind you, I got it wrong on the other one. Well and truly. Oh, it is, it's only about 2 thou, that. Let's go for 4. Oh, lovely. Yeah, 4 thou. That wasn't a bad guess. So that's really too tight. Oh, where's me 5? Got 6. Yeah, it's a better 5 than it is a 6. 5 thou. Right, so this compression ring's too tight. So I'm just going to use the file. And take the ends off the rings. And I'm going to take a bit off both ends. Six, 7, 8. That's a 9. Oh, looking good. Now it's not a bad guess, eh? Definitely a 10. Yeah, so I've got that 10. Right, now from looking at the marks on the pistons, even though I've cleaned them up a bit, well, looking at the marks on the pistons, and the marks down the bores, I can tell which piston came out which side. Yep, so this one's number 2, that one's number 1. Right, these me barrels, I glaze bust them. Glaze, look at that. It's a mark. I've managed to thin it. Yes, I know how I was mentioning there was marks, but I was really miffed when I saw that one. As you see, it's all the way down. Anyway, the rest, try focus it again. Let's see, mark. So I'm going to clag these on and run it. Hopefully it won't burn a lot of oil. Few marks. Hopefully I'll get away with it. I've got a couple of new follower blocks. Inlet, where's the square bit? That's the front. That's the inlet one. And a new exhaust one. I'm going to knock them in shortly. And I'm going to use my old followers in the new blocks. And then while I'm running these, I'm going to get me original, well not me, these are the original barrels. I'm going to get the ones I've taken off, reboard, and I'll probably go down to 9 to 1 pistons, standard pistons on it. Again, money's the key. But yeah, I'm miffed about that. That score. Yeah. Yes. Is. But they'll do. Pistons are not in bad nick. They're certainly not scored as much as the barrels, which I can't understand. And another thing what gets me is that score is nearly all the way down. It's not off a gudgeon pin. Gudgeon pin's about the centre here, so the gudgeon pin will be here. It's in this area. So, in fact, where's the piston for it? Seeing I've used the other one. That is most likely the scores which have caused this. Yeah. So that area. Now, unless it's snapped a ring. Yeah, so unless it's snapped a ring or something, I don't actually know what's caused this. It's not quite feelable deep. Although I can just. Oh bollocks. Well, that's what I'm going to put on. Just thought I'd show you. Right.